Okay. Hi there. I am live. I'm trying to figure out this live situation. So I'm looking down at my laptop to see what you're seeing, and I guess it'll do. I'm Anneli, and welcome to this little live chat if you're here. And today I posted a little question in the community post on my channel with 4 options about things that you might be interested in hearing about or asking questions about or discussing. And the 2 that came up was tips on how to boost your energy and vitality in midlife. And the second one that was of interest to people was how to create simple and sustainable wellness. And those are really good questions. And if we all knew the answers to those, it would be wonderful. Let me just adjust this because something seems like it was off kilter there. I think I've fixed it. I'm getting nice and cozy with you. Okay. So my background is that I've been a nurse for over 30 years. I still work as a nurse. Most of it's been kind of an emergency. Before that, it was intensive care unit. Now it's in a different role in the community. So I have seen people come into the hospital for so many varieties of reasons and stay in the hospital for so many reasons. And there's a lot of things I've picked up along the way, but a lot of it also comes with our lived experience and then with our family history and things like that. And in my family, my grandfather, on my mom's side, died of Alzheimer's. Then the 3 sisters all passed away from Alzheimer's. So in my 40s, I really wanted to make a big change in my life because when you look at the track record, it didn't look good because everybody developed Alzheimer's on my mom's side. So I really wanted to prevent that. So I started looking a lot more into holistic health. Working in emergency at that time, I talked to my colleagues, and it's not preventative health is not something that they are, unless it's something that they want to, research on their own. It wasn't something that people really embraced and still embrace. So I think a lot of what we learn throughout our education and career and then our life experiences kind of brings it all together for us. And for me, this is important. So the tips to boost energy and vitality in midlife are really the things that kind of bring you overall wellness to begin with. One of the huge major things that I saw and see is that a lot of elderly women that end up with dementia. And the reason I talk about this a lot is because one of the things that happens to women in midlife is we end up going into menopause or losing our hormones that keep us vital and healthy and alive just drop because we are no longer fertile and having babies if we did. So one of the things that I think is really, really important for keeping us healthy is hormone health. And there is sadly a lot of controversy and misinformation around this topic. And I must say, I'm not the expert in this, even though I've taken some classes on it and researched it a lot. It's not my area of expertise. I know what I do for myself, but I speak from the experience of what I've seen and how I see what's presented in the hospital. And women are the majority that get Alzheimer's and different types of dementia. And a lot of it I understand from my research is attributed to the drop in our hormones. So when I became menopausal, and I wish I had started earlier, I started on hormone replacement therapy. And you can't feel healthy and alive if you are lacking in hormones. And I don't want this to be a top subject on hormones, but it's just that it's such a huge part of it. There's three hormones that really play a big role. I mean, we have so many hormones in our body, but estrogen, progesterone, and even testosterone are huge for women's health, to keep our bodies healthy, our minds healthy, and to give us the energy that we need. Anyways, I'll leave it at that, but that there's enough evidence now that postmenopausal women are more prone to osteoporosis and cardiovascular disease and dementia. And those things I certainly wanted to prevent. So I started on HRT when I first became menopausal. That's number one. It'll prevent illness plus give you energy. Second thing is that it's not the only thing. So think of our health as a wheel, and we have all the spokes that keep the wheel round and perfect and smooth. So what you eat is one spoke, your hormones are another spoke, your sleep, your muscle tone, stress management, those are all the spokes of the wheel. And to have any one of those spokes just crumble and disappear, for instance, if you don't take hormone replacement therapy or if you don't exercise at all, but all those other spokes are super healthy, then it still kind of manages to go. But if you lose too many of those spokes in the wheel, that tire is going to crumble, that wheel is going to crumble. So it's really important that we look after what we eat and that we eat a diet that is good for our heart, because if it's good for our heart, it's good for our brain. And I always say, if you eat foods that are good for your brain, it's good for your heart, because we have hundreds of miles of tiny blood vessels in our brain. So imagine that if we're plugging up our arteries in our cardiovascular system, it's doing the same in our brain. So we have to look after our nutrition in a way that's whatever your diet pattern is, but as long as it's looking after your blood vessels and nourishing you with all the things that you really need, then that's a way to boost your vitality. Exercise. The people that have exercised all their lives and have really good muscle tone in their body, and they keep that up as they get older, that's great for your body. But if you've never done that, it's never too late to start, because having enough muscle utilizes a lot of energy. Muscle helps with your hormone balance, and muscle keeps your frame strong so that you have less chance of falling and injuring yourself. And hydration and stress management and sleep are so important. One of the things I get asked a lot about is, people, when I do some testing in the clinic now, after the test, they ask for the results, and then we talk about the things that they may be able to improve in their life. And a lot of the discussion is around the food they eat, sleep and stress, and movement, exercise, because you need to get the blood flowing. The question is if I take a sleeping pill, I sleep well, they say, but I take a sleeping pill. Well, if you use alcohol or different sedatives to put you to sleep, I don't think that you're going through all the proper sleep cycles that your body needs to do to recover. We don't just go through one sleep cycle at night when we're sleeping. We go through several. And knocking yourself out, I don't necessarily think is the healthiest type of sleep. But of course, if you need something to get you to sleep, then you have to take it, because you need some type of sleep. But for the The sleep that energizes you, you should be falling asleep and waking up